Today's topic, see the obvious. Hi, I'm Doug Holt, with author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we give you a tip, trick, or insight to help you up-level what we call the 5 to thrive. That is your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and of course, your business. Now, there's an old saying that goes something like this. Only the most foolish of mice would hide in a cat's ear, but only the wisest of cats would ever think to look there. Now, I love this saying, and as I related it to a client of mine, I was talking about his business, but I think about this in all of our 5 to thrive. How often do we actually, as people that are kind of alphas, we're out there just doing more in the world, right? You're listening to a podcast, you're watching me speak, whatever it is that you're digesting this content, you're choosing to be here now. That puts you at the cream of the crop, right? And how often do we decide to make things more complex than they need to be, right? I know I do it all the time. And where are we not looking at the obvious? You see, try this on for a second, but my client, for him, what he was doing was complaining that he could not figure out the solution to the problem. He had a high-end client that was worth over $1 million to his business, yet he just didn't know how to make this client happy. The client was just continually dissatisfied with the performance that he was getting from my client's service. And then when I started just really looking at it and talking to him about it, he said, Doug, we put systems in place. We're redoing our program. Everything looks perfect, but this client just doesn't seem satisfied with this. And I really want them to succeed. And of course, the money, $1 million to our business is a big deal. And so once I started investigating, I said, well, what did the client tell you? And he said, well, let me pull up the email. And he pulled up the email the client sent him. The client basically said, look, I really just want to see reports every week. And so when I asked my client who was servicing this person, I said, are you providing reports every week? Silence. There was nothing on the end. And he said, oh my gosh. He said, what we were doing is doing all the things that would make the reports look amazing. We were working on the graphics. We were working on the client's program. And it didn't dawn on me for some reason to actually just send the reports. Now, I know listening to this probably sounds completely foolish to you. It's so obvious, right? But how often in our own lives do we do this? How often do we get an email, a message, a text message, a chat on Facebook, or wherever it is, and we misconstrue the message and actually make it more complex than it is, and we go about solving the wrong problem and not looking at what obvious is right there between us. Now, this happens in relationships too. This can also happen in your body, of course, in your mind, and all of your 5 to thrive. So what I'm going to invite you to do right here, right now with me is grab your journal, write out your 5 to thrive. And in those 5 categories, what I want you to do is look at what is the obvious. What is the obvious thing in those relationships for you? What are those things that you can turn the needle? Do you have a spouse that just seems angry all the time, or maybe upset? Well, maybe there's something obvious that can be changed. Maybe it's you helping out around the house. Maybe it's doing the dishes. Maybe it's hiring a cleaning agent. Whatever it may be, maybe it's a relationship with a friend. What is the obvious, and where are you trying to make it more complex? Oftentimes, the obvious answer is the best answer. That's it for me today. As always, go out and inspire someone by being the author of your own story. And if you enjoy tips like this and want to do a deeper dive, make sure you get on our wait list for the Author of Your Own Story University. It is incredible. My team has put it together. I can't take all the credit at all. It is just one of those things that I am just so proud of, and I want you to be a part of it. So make sure you go over there right now and take advantage of that offer. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below, and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these daily growth hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.